My name is Jonas. Just kidding, it's Eric Andreas, your guitar sage. And today we're gonna throw it all the way back to the late 90s and learn some Weezer. That's right, these guys totally ruled the pop, alt, punk, rock scene for years, and we totally can't forget all the sweet guitar sounds this genre-bending Cali band gave us. Now, don't freak out because we've got tabs for you. Just wait until the end of each section and they'll show up and you can take a screenshot. Okay, cool, yeah, good. And if you're watching this video but you're still not solid on the basics of playing, check out my first 30 lessons for free in the Unstoppable Guitar System, then come back here and jam with me. The link for those lessons is in the description of this video. All right, let's dive in to the best of Weezer guitar. That's right, this is Say It Ain't So. Super cool riff, right? And I love that dissonance. So let's check this out. First off, we're detuned a half a step, okay? Tune your guitar to a half step lower, E flat, everything's flat. E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat. Get it? Got it? Good. Here we go. So the first bit here is we're in the position of a C sharp or a D flat minor 7 chord. Super easy. If you don't know about bar chords here, I teach them on YouTube. Search your guitar sage bar chords. So it goes like this. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to be hitting that open or just the bar, right, without the rest of the chord, and you're going to hammer. So you strike the chord and hammer. And then you're going to hit the top part of the chord. So I'm hitting the lower part here first. Okay, and I've got my first finger bumped up into that 6th string there, so it's muted. Now this next chord is based off of a G sharp major chord, except what they're doing here is they've got this B string here, they've got it open, okay? So after the, you're actually going to strum 5 strings there. What I like to do is take my hand, tuck it underneath that first string, so we just have that, just the 5 strings sounding. And then you're going to pick through them. So nice and slow. And we have a little clickety-click there in between the 2 chords, right? Listen. Right? What you're going to do there is just mute those strings. This next part, you're going to slide up. So basically here, you're holding an A major chord. You're going to slide up from the A flat, and you're going to go. And so basically what you're doing there is the top, the middle, and the high part of the chord. But the first part is a slide into it. Then you're going to play an E chord, not the whole chord, but just the bottom 4 strings. Again, don't freak out, we got the tab for you, okay? And then this fun little bit here, you can hit the low E, and then slide from 9 to 11, and then double stop right here, 9, 9, 2 middle strings. And together it's going to sound like this. Get it? Here's the tab. Undone, the sweater song. Yeah, here we go. You ready? Super, super easy, creepy riff to do. You ready? Here we go. This song is also tuned down a half step, so we're in good shape, okay? Now, what you're gonna do is act as if you're holding a D chord, right? Except you won't need this finger. You're gonna use that for the bass note. Then take those 2 notes, pop them up. Just pop them up one string, and then take that third finger that normally would play the D and put it there on the G, okay? And you want to remember this because this whole little guy here is going to move around for 3 different chords, okay? That little bit is going to move around, okay? And the only thing that's going to change is the bass note. So a G, a C, and a D, and back to a C. So it's going to go like this. So you're just picking through it. This is strings 6, 4, 3, 2. Super easy. If you can get that, you can get the whole lick, okay? So 6, 4, 3, 2, just picking down. Move this guy down to a C or up to a C. Pick now 5, 4, 3, 2. Slide that up a whole step. Pick it again. And back down a whole step. Super easy, right? Right? You got this. Here's a tab. Oh, what did we ever do to these guys that they'd be so violent? I have no idea, they're Rivers, but it's a cool song nonetheless. All right, Buddy Holly, we're talking about power chords here. If you don't know how to play power chords here on YouTube, search YourGuitarSage power chords. I'll show you, okay? So you can play the 6 or the 6-5-4 or the 6-5 version of these, right? We're acting as if we're in F sharp. We're still tuned down a half step. So it's gonna go something like this. Just knocking out those power chords, right? Now you have a push right here. Push is in the rhythm there. And my first finger's on the 4th fret, 6th string, and the 7th fret, 5th string. And you're gonna hit that twice, including the slide. And then you're moving that first finger up to the A. That is it. Here's the tab. My name is Jonas. What? This is the first lick that you ever heard from this amazing band, right? And it blew your mind. It blew mine for sure. Here we go. It's super easy. Guess what? We're tuned down a half step. So, and this lick, I know you think it's complicated. Tabs will follow, but I promise you it's super easy. Watch this. So basically, we've got 3 chords. We've got a C. We've got this little guy here, which is kind of like a G-esque. G with a B in the bass. Okay, we could analyze it. We ain't gonna, because it's Weezer. And then we have an A minor, and then back and forth. So basically 3 chords. C, this guy, and an A minor. Okay, now here's the other really cool thing is basically the picking pattern's the same. So whatever you do in the first part of the lick, it's the same for the second part of the lick. Watch this. You're gonna go. And I'm gonna stop right there because the second part of the lick is the same thing. Ah, heck, let's do it anyway. Okay, now you could play this with a pick, that's fine. What's the picking pattern, Eric? Well, it's in the tab, right? But you get the idea here, this is all we're doing. So those high notes end the phrase. Right? It's easy, right? Watch this. Here's the tab. Island in the Sun. This is in standard tuning. And these shapes are going to seem very familiar to you. So basically what we're using is some standard chord shapes, except we're moving them up the fretboard a little bit, okay? So this is going to start off with an E minor, but not the E minor that you might normally grab here. It's an up an octave. Okay, there's our bass note there, which is an E. And so essentially, if you played a D minor, you would just slide that up a whole step. Now this whole intro, this whole main riff here, you're just playing on the top 3 strings. So just be mindful of that. However you mute is how you want to do that. If you need help with that, I have help for you here on YouTube. Search YourGuitarSage muting. But essentially, I'm bringing my thumb over the top of the neck, and then I'm also, with my fingertips here, muting a string or two. Okay, so the first chord here is going to look like this shape. Then you're going to bar 5, 5, and 5 on strings 1, 2, 3. And then you've got that D major shape. And then basically we have a G chord. So as if you played a full G chord there, but we're just playing the top 3 strings. Okay, and then that sets you up for your E minor again by just putting that ring finger down. And that brings us back to the top of the lick again. So and then the lick starts over again. You're also going to be doing some right hand muting, you know, left hand muting if you're a lefty, of course, but we're doing some picking hand muting, I should say. And so all right, here are the tabs. I got my hash pipe. Here we go. Hash pipe, super fun, super exciting. We're using power chords here. We're just using strings 5 and 4. If you want to throw in the 3rd string there, then have at it, my friend. If you want that extra big sound, as opposed to, don't hear much of a difference there, but you get the idea. Now this is a little bit tricky because you're playing these chords pretty quickly, even though they're power chords, right? So let's go very slowly on this. You're going to be in the 2nd position, put your first finger there on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. That's your first chord. I've got my thumb muting that low E string, right? So it's going to go something like this. And now your hand's in position for the next chord. So you've got that B power chord. This is an A. And then the only thing you're going to do is bump that first finger up, and now you got your B power chord, and then slide up to the G. You're hitting all of those. So for that one, right, that push, what you're doing is you're lifting your hand up off of the chord. I hit it as an up strum. You can hit it however you want. Down strum, up strum, sideways strum. I don't care. Just play it. You have to throw your shoulder up too. Right? It looks cool. All right, here's the tab. That is it, my friends. Super fun, huh? Sure it was. As always, please let me know if you like this video by giving it a thumbs up and tell me in the comments which bands you want me to teach next. Keep it Weezy, be kind to all beings. See you in the next video. I'll teach you how to play guitar. I just flipped the camera off. I did that, so.
Look normal.
Pop, alt, pop, punk, rock, jazz, heavy metal scene. Can't say that. Makes it real.